Madam President, honourable members, dear Minister, I would like to thank this House and in particular the rapporteur and the members of the AFET Committee for their comprehensive report on Turkey. Your report is in line with the main findings of our report, the Commission's report, and the latest developments on the ground. It also clearly illustrates the challenges regarding the EU-Turkey relations. In recent years, EU-Turkey relations were strained due to a multitude of factors, notably the tense situation in the Eastern Mediterranean and the Aegean Sea, developments in Cyprus, in particular the actions around Varosha, and Turkish positioning in favour of a two-state solution in breach of the UN Security Council resolutions. Turkey's deviations from its obligations under the customs union, and the continued backsliding on reforms, democracy, rule of law and fundamental rights. Turkish foreign policy actions, which increasingly collided with EU priorities, continue to complicate EU-Turkey relations, as well as Turkey's relations with individual member states. As a result, EU-Turkey relations reached a very low point last year. However, in recent months, we have witnessed a de-escalation in the Eastern Mediterranean, the resumption of bilateral talks between Greece and Turkey, and of the informal talks on the Cyprus problem in Geneva. These are welcome facts, which need to be sustained and enhanced along with Turkey's constructive engagement with the EU and all its member states. However, this de-escalation on the foreign policy front has not been accompanied by a positive momentum when it comes to domestic reforms. Since the beginning of this year, we have seen a further backsliding on the rule of law and human rights situation in Turkey, and a failure to address the Commission's recommendations in these areas. The situation remains a serious concern, a concern that EU leaders address regularly, as these issues are central to the future of the EU-Turkey relations. The targeting of political parties and media and other recent moves undermining freedom of expression and freedom of association represents major setbacks and run counter to Turkey's obligations. Turkey's withdrawal from the Istanbul Convention is a major disappointment, and its failure to implement the legally binding rulings of the European Court of Human Rights, including those on Mr. Demirtas and Mr. Kavala, is troubling. The Commission remains also concerned about the limited progress on economic and sectorial reforms. Let me highlight the repeated dismissals of the central bank governors and the failure to ratify the Paris Agreement on climate change. In the Commission's view, the credibility and independence of economic and regulatory authorities need to be restored as a matter of priority, as they are a foundation of the single market and the good functioning of our customs union. Honourable members, the EU has a strategic interest in the development of a cooperative and mutually beneficial relationship with Turkey. We have also a strong interest in a stable and prosperous Turkey. This is why the March 2021 European Council offered a more positive dynamic in our relationship by expressing readiness to engage with Turkey in a phased, proportionate and reversible manner. The objective is to create the basis for enhancing cooperation in a number of areas of common interest. 4 priority areas have been identified for the preparatory work in the run-up to the June European Council. The first would be trade, second, migration, the third, high-level dialogues, and the fourth, people-to-people contacts. When it comes to trade, we expect Turkey to address as a matter of priority some of the existing irritants and its deviations from the customs union obligations. Resolute action before the June Council is important to prepare the grounds for the modernisation of the customs union. On migration, our cooperation has allowed irregular migration flows to fall significantly in recent years. The EU-Turkey statement remains the key framework for our cooperation in this area. We recognise the immense burden shouldered by Turkey in hosting the largest refugee population in the world. In this context, the Commission will soon propose options for continuing the EU support provided under the Facility for Refugees. At the same time, it is important for Turkey to resume returns of irregular migrants from Greece to Turkey without delay and avoid opening of alternative routes, as well as to further reduce arrivals of irregular migrants to Cyprus. On high-level dialogues, the Commission has offered to focus now on health and climate change, two important and generational issues of concern. The Commission will also explore ways to strengthen cooperation with Turkey on people-to-people contacts and mobility. We hope that Turkey will seize the opportunity offered by EU leaders and demonstrate its readiness to change its course and set up the basis for a new relation with the EU. Should this not be the case, and should Turkey reverse its more constructive stance of recent months, the EU is ready to use all its instruments and options to defend the EU's interests. However, our priority now is to work constructively with Turkey and bring about the positive changes and improvements we are all awaiting. We are ready to create a new relationship with Turkey. I am convinced that the consensus among EU institutions and member states on what this relation should be has grown in recent years. However, we will need Turkey to cooperate and engage all the way. Thank you.
Herr Kommissar, herzlichen Dank. Für den Petitionsausschuss ist nun Herr Dzhambazki am Wort.
Благодаря ви, почитаеми господин председателю, уважаеми господин комисар. Колеги, чудя се кога най-сетне ще си отворите очите за поведението на Ердоган. Кога най-сетне ще разберете и ще видите какво прави Ердоган в Турция. Кога ще видите затворите пълни с журналисти и с децата на журналистите. Кога ще видите нашествията, нахлуването, провокациите в Средиземноморието срещу Кипър, в Египет, в Либия, в Нагорни Карабах, войната срещу Армения. Кога ще видите нарушаването на правата на човека, нарушаването на свободата на медиите в Турция и кога ще разберете, че този човек ви се подиграва в очите? Това се чудя, колеги. Чудя се, уважаеми господин комисар, вие твърдите, че ни трябва стратегическо партньорство с Турция. Това е чудесно, господин комисар, но Ердоган ви се присмива в очите и го показа преди дни, когато показа какъв не кавалер е господин Шарл Мишел и изпрати председателя на комисията госпожа фон дер Лайен на диванчето в фоайето там в антрето някъде. Това ли е стратегическо партньорство, уважаеми? Не, това е един диктатор, който прави каквото си иска и унижава и Европейския съюз, и Европейския парламент и каквото ви хрумне. Благодаря ви, господин председател.